ating health system sa ngayon. Pero marami po akong obserbasyon na taliwas po dun sa mga ganong pangyayari sapagkat dito lamang po sa 2022 year-end accomplishment ninyo na ipinadala sa House of Representatives kamakailan na aming sinuri, talagang hindi namin makita yung total picture dito. Halimbawa po, meron kayong sinasabi na HPEP projects na nakumpleto ng 2022, 2,372 projects. Ano po bang ibig sabihin nun? Do we get the total picture of that? Halimbawa, 2,372 HPEP projects. Yun na po ba ang kaganapan ng inaasahan ng mga tao? Pero kung titingnan po natin o iahambing natin do sa financial and physical performance na sinabit po ninyo sa DBM, malayong-malayo po eh. Para makita po natin ang total picture, Mr. Chair. Yung total allotment po sa HPEP, 26.8 billion pesos. Tama po, Mr. Secretary?
Yes, Your Honor, tama po.
Ang percent obligation po ninyo, percentage obligation is only 27.75%. Ang total disbursement, Mr. Chair, 708 million lang. Out of 26.8 billion, ang ibig sabihin po, ang percentage disbursement is a meager 9.52%. You are in the red, Mr. Secretary. This is not the kind of accomplishment that people are expecting out of the DOH. Ngayon, kanina po, binabanggit ang mga MAIP. Meron na po kayong pera. Bakit po yung inyong disbursement rate is only 9.52%? Ano pong ginagawa ninyo sa 26 billion na naka-budget doon? Do you have any explanation, Mr. Secretary?
Yes, Mr. Chair, Your Honor. Tama po yan. As of 15
ano po yung
September,
tama? Ano po yung tama?
12.15% ang disbursement. Pero ang obligation rate po natin yan sa 2023 budget ay 45.8%. Ang rason po dito ay, ito po ay mga construction at ang bayad po dito ay ang disbursement nito is based on progress. So progress billing po ito. So mababayaran yan usually the following year pag natapos na yung pagtayo ng contracted construction company. So yung disbursement makokompleto the following year. Kung titingnan natin yung 2022, ang disbursement niya 60% na. Ibig sabihin nun, may mga construction na halos natapos na, 60% na. So from 12, nakakita natin na natatapos siya. Pag tinignan natin yung 2021, 86% na yung disbursed. Pag tinignan natin yung 2020, 99.7% na yung disbursed. So,
Kailangan natin puntahan yung extent ng 2023, Mr. Secretary. Nandito pa lang po ako sa 2022 na inyo pong ibinigay sa House of Representatives na nire-review namin o nire-review namin. Tingnan po ninyo dito sa health program po ninyo, health promotion campaigns. Nakalagay po doon sa inyong brochure na ibinigay, meron kayong Health Life, meron kayong Consult Tayo, meron kayong sa Booster, Lakas Pinas. Hindi ba nilagay po ninyo sa inyong briefer ito, Mr. Secretary?
yes, Your Honor.
Pero kung titingnan po natin, Mr. Chair, yung total allotment nitong promotional campaign program na ito, 1.92 billion pesos. Ang percent obligation po is 32.58%. Ang total disbursement po, Mr. Chair, 177 million pesos. Napakalayo po. Total allotment, almost 2 billion pesos. Ang disbursement is 177 million or a percent disbursement rate of 27.86%. Napaka-consistent po ninyo, Mr. Secretary. Nandyan po yung pondo pero hindi nyo ginagasta. Hindi po namin alam kung ano pong ibig sabihin lahat ng ito. Ang sabi po ninyo, dito pa sa isang yardstick ninyo, 2.8 million patients were served by the MAIF. Ito po yung binabanggit ni Majority Leader kanina at saka ng ating chairman, yung medical assistance to indigent patients, MAIP. Parang akala mo ba sa biglang tingin 2.8 million patients. Alam po ba ninyo, Mr. Chair, ang total allotment dito? 32.6 billion pesos. Ang na-obligate lamang po, 36.22%. Ang total disbursement, 5.2 billion. Ang percent disbursement is only 43.5%. So, talagang ang pattern po, Mr. Chair, nandun po yung pondo pero ayaw po nilang gastahin.
Mr.
Ito
Chair,
po. 362 DOH Medicine Access Program. Ito po yung medyo malala, Mr. Chair. Total allotment for Cancer Assistance Fund, 500 million pesos. Is this correct, Mr. Chair? Secretary?
yes, Your Honor.
Percent obligation, Mr. Chair, 0. Total disbursement, 0. Percent disbursement, 0. How do you explain that, Mr. Secretary? Sabi nyo kanina, sa tanong ng ating chairman, tutulungan nating lahat ang mga mahihirap na pasyente at gagamitin lahat natin ang mga pondo na inalat sa atin. Naka-record po, kanina lang, yun na po yung sagot ninyo sa pakiusap ng ating chairman ngayon. At totoo naman na dapat gamitin po ninyo, inilatag po lahat ang pondo na yan para sa kapakanan ng mga pasyente, lalong-lalo na po yung mahihirap. 500 million po ang allotment for cancer. 0 ang performance po ninyo. Bakit po?
Your Honor, Mr. Chair, siguro paliwanag natin yung mga pinapakitang utilization of the budget, no? For example, sa MAIP po, ang 2023 funds, 55% disbursed na
Di mamaya na po yung 2023, Mr. Secretary, and still dealing with the 2022. Pupuntahan po natin yan. Meron po kayong continuing
Tama po.
appropriation naman eh. Mamaya na po yun. Bakit po? Ang tinatanong, meron kayong 500 million. Wala man kayong ginasta kahit kusing. Bakit po ganun?
Sa MAIP po, ang 2022, 83% disbursed na po. At yan, depende po yan sa mga pasyente na gumagamit nito pagka humingi po. At ang rason kung bakit yung 2023 ay mababa kasi inuubos natin yung CONAP noong 2022 for this year muna. Kasi mag-expire po yun.
Tanong namin, ito po yung report po ninyo sa DBM. Hindi ko po gawa-gawa ito. Sa inyo po ito eh. This is your financial performance report submitted to the DBM. Akala niyo ba, Mr. Secretary, inimbento ko ito?
Tama po yan. Tama po yan.
500 million po nakalagay rito. Total allotment, 500 million. Percent obligation, 0. Total disbursement, 0. Percent disbursement, 0. Puntahan po natin yung continuing appropriation, yung CONAP po ninyo. Ang total allotment po ninyo as of June 30, 2023, Mr. Chair, ito po, 241.7 billion pesos. Tama po ito, Mr. Secretary.
Tama po yan, sir.
Ang total obligation, 105.3 billion. Tama rin po.
Tama po.
Ang total disbursement po ninyo, 69.5 billion. Tama rin po.
Tama po, Your Honor.
O ito pong unobligated amount ninyo is 136.4 billion. Ibig sabihin po, obligation rate ninyo is 44% at ang inyong disbursement rate is 66%. Ibig sabihin, Mr. Chair, talaga pong may pera. Bakit po nakaparada itong 136.47 billion? Akala ko po gagastahin eh. Ito po yung sinasabi nyo kanina. Gagastahin po ninyo ito sa pagtulong sa lahat ng mahihirap nating kababayan, lalong-lalo na po yung talagang walang maibayad sa ospital. Pero nakatenga po ito. 136.47 billion. I heard you, the last time I checked, Mr. Secretary, humihingi ka pa na i-triple mo yung budget eh. Tama ba yung sinabi mo that ito po sa CNN Philippines, June 26, 2023, Herbosa wants to triple DOH budget. It was attributed to you, Mr. Secretary. Tama po ba ito?
I don't think I said that statement, Your Honor.
So, edi mali ang CNN Philippines. Ito sinasabi, you were quoted. I like the US that spend 17% of their GDP. Japan and Singapore spend 15%. I still have to triple it. This was quoted by the CNN, Mr. Secretary. You disown this?
Maybe I was misquoted, Your Honor. I'm probably being asked how much it needs to implement the universal healthcare.
Oh, yes, but you were asking to triple the DOH budget. Ngayon,
I'm stating what the budget is required to take care of 113 million Filipinos.
yes, whatever amount given to you, you're not spending it. Ito.
Your Honor, Mr. Chair, the 2022 numbers do need to improve po. Kailangan natin talagang ayusin yan. The disbursement rate has been the focus since I was appointed last June 8. For the Cancer Assistance Fund po na sinasabi nyo, the Joint Administrative Order was signed late by DBM. September lang po na-signan, kaya zero pa ho yan. And that will follow up with the cap for 2023. So magkakaroon pa ng agreement yan onwards para in the future wala na sigurong policy na bago i-release yung Cancer Assistance Fund, meron pang joint administrative order with DBM. Ganon din yung nangyari nung September. Late din po. Sa health promo naman po, nag-aano kami yan, ang health promo funds binibigay namin sa local government units para makatulong sa kanilang health promotion. At it requires signing of memorandum of agreement para ma-download natin dyan. Doon naman sa mga ibang health promotion, sa advertisements po ito. At ang billing nito, depende pag nagawa na yung health promotion or ad, tsaka i-bill po ang Department of Health. So yung disbursement mangyayari after the ads have been released. So marami pong issues din tayo sa MAIP sa proseso nito pag-implement with some of the delays na nakikita natin sa kagaya ng pag-sign ng MOA with the different hospitals. And ito ho implemented, all these programs are implemented to our regional offices. So tuloy-tuloy po natin tututukan na magastos ang pondo ng kalusugan na binibigay ng Kongreso.
But your statements and commitments, Mr. Secretary, are negated by the numbers. This is the pattern and it's already established by your own reports. This is not our report. What about this another news clipping attributed to you again? 7.4 billion na gamot expired. May expire na. Sabi ng DOH through Secretary Ted Herbosa, normal lang yan. Did you say that, Mr. Secretary? You were quoted, we always buy Sobra. We want to buy Sobra. Even with our national immunization program, bumibili talaga tayo ng Sobra because I'd rather have Sobra than kulang.
That is correct, Your Honor. Certain medicines have, hindi naman, ang tinatawag dyan is shelf life, no? The shelf life of medicines upon procurement, merong number of years or months. Ang vaccines, mas maigsi ang shelf life compared to other medicines. Now, ang number ng nagkasakit, actually, mas maganda po nag-expire ang medicine. Ibig sabihin nun, wala sigurong nangailangan ng gamot na yon. Ang mahirap po nag-expire siya, pero merong mga nangangailangan ng gamot na yon.
We are talking here of 7.4 billion worth of medicine, Mr. Secretary. Para sabihin mo, normal lang yan, baka hindi tanggapin ng tao yon. Are you familiar with the word EOQ?
Hindi po, Your Honor.
EOQ means economic order quantity. Kasi kung sinasabi mong we always buy Sobra, we want to buy Sobra, hindi po ganun. Wala na nga tayong pera eh. Pero binigyan ka ng pera, ayaw mo na maggastusin. Dito naman taliwas, sabi mo 7.4 billion worth of medicines. Okay lang yan, normal lang yan. Economic order quantity, Mr. Secretary, Mr. Chair, is an inventory management technique that helps make efficient inventory management decision. It refers to the optimal amount of inventory a company, in this case the DOH, should purchase in order to meet its demand while minimizing its holding and storage cost. Wag po kayong magsasabi ng ganon na mga statements na maaaring magpanervyo sa mga mamamayan natin. Kamukha nito, in 2022 audit reports, COA noted that the salaries and benefits of PhilHealth key management personnel, ito po yung executive team, from senior vice presidents to president and chief executive officers, tripled in 2022. Ang total po is 72.2 million compared to 26 million in 2021. How's that, Mr. Secretary? Bakit po nag-triple po naman yung...
Mr. Chair, yung salary increase of PhilHealth officials is mandated by a standardization of salary of all GOCCs and was actually promulgated by the OGCC, I think, the office of the GOG, the office that controls the government-owned controlled corporations. Ang result po, hindi naman triple, parang nasa 200%.
Congressman Marcoleta, if I may lang po, no? Napapansin ko, as chairman sa Committee on Health, maghihir pa kami dito sa Senado. Napapansin ko kasi na yung utilization talaga during budget deliberation sa Congress is as of August or July. So talagang mababa pa. And then, meron pa pong natitirang September, Oktubre, Nobyembre at Disyembre. In fairness naman po kay Secretary Ted Herbosa, yung projected nyo po na until the end of the year, yung utilization ninyo. At yung sa mga previous years, maybe may mga dahilan, no? Kung hindi nyo pa na nagagamit sa 2022, ngayon sa 2023. Congressman Sir Marcoleta, maybe bigyan po natin ng konting palugit sila sa mababang utilization nila. Maaring as of July, yung reports nila, or as of August. Darating rin yan sa amin sa Senado. Yan rin po isang sa mga tinatanong sa kanila. So bigyan nyo po ng latest parate as of today. As of today, or kung darating sa amin sa Senado, and then yung projected utilization ninyo para hindi naman po masabi na napakabagal po ng inyong utilization. At hindi lang po yun, tama si Congressman Marcoleta. Kailangan talagang ma-utilize po ito, lalo-lalo sa mga mahirap nating kababayan na hanggang ngayon nagpipila po dyan, humingi ng tulong. Eh, andyan po yung pera ng gobyerno na pwede naman po itulong sa kanila. So, yun lang po. I'm helping you na bilisan nyo po yung inyong utilization rin po na magamit na mahirap.